baby. Oh!
Let's go, people. It is the biggest game day in Wild history for a long time. I don't know. I'm very excited. It's a very big game day for the Wild, as we've been hyping up for, well, really like a month now. So it kind of stinks for people that don't have ESPN Plus. Trevor said you're not going to worry about it tonight. You're probably not going to buy it. Maybe a free trial, but
yeah, it's either going to be a free trial, immediately cancel after a game, or I'm just going to turn my notifications off, go work out. Just go to the gym, see if my buddies are there, and then rely on the YouTube highlights, which Bruce
make
and
sure
I were
it's not on
talking
any TVs there.
Real brief. No, they aren't, because,
Okay.
well, I'd be in the pool area mostly anyways.
Okay.
No, for YouTube highlights, when like for people that don't watch a game, for any NHL highlights, not even just Wild, but like highlights in general, when you watch them, which they would include the scrums and include the fights if there are fights.
It'd be nice.
If you don't see that's why I'm hoping I can watch the full game. If not, whatever. I ain't paying money, so it's free trial or YouTube highlights. So I ain't paying for that. If it was like multiple games. The reason I never cared to get that stuff is for like Thursday Night Football, right? Amazon Prime, which I don't get either or have, is when playoffs start. Or I guess wasn't there a playoff game?
There's a wild card game on Amazon.
Point being though, for at least hockey and NBA playoffs, it's always on like ESPN Plus, TNT, ABC. So I'm good there. So for the games when it matters, playoffs, I've got it on the YouTube TV. So we're all good.
I could have included this on the title of the video. I'm going to just say Wild Dallas Game of the Year. That's the main topic. But the Twins, man. Twins just swept the Tigers in a 4-game series, sweeping the division favorites. And obviously no one could have seen this coming, but a little bit more icing on the cake there is that the pitchers the Tigers had out there. Casey Mize, all-star last year. Tarek Skubal, Framber Valdez, and then a veteran in Jack Flaherty. No one could have predicted this, and let me tell you right now, Trevor and I did not predict this, not even really close. But
it's a good surprise for sure.
So, Twins are now over 500. We'll go kind of each game in depth for a little bit, and we'll get to some predictions, make our wild predictions tonight. But we have a little bit to go through there. Before anything, though, we're going to talk about our sponsor, Kitchen Wise and Closet Wise, out of the Twin Cities and surrounding areas. Basically what these people do, they do everything on the inside of your cabinets in a kitchen, and then they do closets, garages, pantries, anything that you need more storage space for. I'm going to talk the kitchen specifically, though, because they have these fantastic rollout cabinets that are great for people that are maybe less mobile or have a back injury of some sort, can't reach down much. Use your foot, pull out the rollouts, and it's a very nice rolling system. You can push them in as hard as you can. They close really slowly. And you guys see these pictures, these before and afters. Great product, great service. And the best thing about it, you can call them and get a free consultation scheduled. I don't know why you people wouldn't, because it's a free consultation. See how much it would cost to change your closet, kitchen, or pantry, anything you need done. But here's their phone number, kitchenwise.com, to contact them. And when you do, tell them we sent you at TCST. Twins, it's tough because I wanted to just talk solely Wild tonight and make this a short, just pregame episode, but now we're kind of forced to talk Twins, and I'm not upset about it because this was a fantastic series, one to watch, and it's just everyone. You saw a bright spot from everyone in the series. I wouldn't have said that until the 8th inning today because Brooks Lee really didn't do anything in the series until his last at-bat here, pushing the Twins to the win in Game 4. But now everyone except maybe James Outman had I'll take that back. James Outman had a phenomenal diving catch today in the 6th inning to save a run.
Corner.
And ran into the wall on a slide. Yeah. So that was a positive for everyone on there. But before we talk more in depth with that, Wolves played the Magic last night. Trevor and I made predictions on that. It's getting to some weird times with the Wolves. Backups are in. I mean, the Wolves have their playoff spots solidified. So either way, I had a good night with this. I said the Wolves would lose. Trevor also did say the Wolves would lose. I said Berenger would have 8+ points. He had 9. So that's correct. That's a point for me, which now 1 point behind Trevor in the point category. And then Trevor said the Wolves, or I'm sorry, you said Joe Ingles would have 10+ points.
Which was
7,
pretty
right?
risky, but I came close. Yeah, it was 7.
No,
Because
that was
I
a good
think
prediction,
I'm
yeah.
looking. Well, the thing is, like, right, because they played him because his family. I at least didn't watch the game. From looking at minutes, I see he only played 18, and I know he
It was
played
majority first half. Yeah.
right. Yeah, because I think he played the first 9 or 10 of the first,
Yep.
and then I could care less. You keep watching because then I switched it to the Twins game. I would have watched had normal players been playing. Well, I mean, we saw some core guys, but
Most
plenty
of
of
the
them
game was
resting them out.
down. Yep.
So yeah, I think Ingles once when he got subbed out. But actually, to my point though, I think he only had 2 points though when he first got subbed out. So then he got his other 5 later in the game, whenever that was, when I didn't watch. But yeah, had to do it. Ingles, the family effect. Everyone loves him.
Yep.
It's like another slow-mo. But because literally his slow mo is more of a methodical,
Methodical with his steps.
whatever you want. Where Ingles is just straight up old and slow.
Yeah. I remember Ingles on the Jazz, just 3-point specialist. I will always knock him down.
Point
that
forward,
was a fun time to watch. Yeah,
I'll take my 7. I thought 10 was pushing it as is, so I was.
I would have given you 8, but I probably would have given you 7 too with Ingles. But either way, there's our predictions for the Wolves. One thing before I continue, I go to game 1 of the Twins series, and the first news article that pops up is from Puckett's Pond, and I think this is just embarrassing. Whoever wrote this, you know what? I'm gonna go into it and see who wrote this.
Real
Jackson.
quick, other thing I forgot to mention, real quick, when I made my score prediction, I just realized it was a 12-point because I had the
swing
120, 108, and it was a 12-point loss for the Wolves at 132, 120. That's kind of funny.
I was going to mention that, but yeah. Jackson Cruz wrote a story on Puckett's Pond about Trev. Did you see the Twins' little Sunday Night Football player lineup intro?
I forget where I was. I wasn't able to listen to it. Oh, I was in the sauna.
But you saw what they did.
Yeah,
so I saw the players
video
up
of the aerial view, which the footage, like the way you're capturing it, would be cool if you did it at any other ballpark other than Twins, which is probably what you're.
No. This is Jackson Cruz from Puckett's Pond. Completely botched the title here, where he goes Twins TV new Monday Night Football style player intros get national buzz. It's Sunday Night Football, buddy. That's completely and utterly wrong.
Here. Yeah, so he said Sunday Night Baseball.
No, he said Monday Night Football intros.
Oh,
because the Twins copied Sunday Night Football, but he said Monday. Here's a guy that doesn't watch football at all, and that's how to prove it.
And Chris Collinsworth does not approve of it. Because here's a guy that does not know what game he's talking about.
True. Yeah. Twins, we'll go through a little bit in depth, but these are our series predictions. Obviously, they swept them 4-0. Both me and Trevor said the Twins would lose this series 3-1. Not quite. As for this is kind of the first time we've had a wrong/correct in mine here. I said, and what we do here for each series, we pick one game to make a score prediction, who wins, and then a player prediction in that game. I choose game 2. I said the Twins would lose 4-1. That is wrong. They won the game. But I did get my prediction right when I said Tarek Skubal would have 8+ strikeouts and Taj Bradley would have 5+ strikeouts. So wrong for the score, correct for my player prediction, which that player prediction, that gets me another point, which if you see on the right here, we are completely tied at 67 in the points going into this game against Dallas tonight. It'll be real good. Trevor, you predicted game 3. You said the Twins would lose. That's wrong.
Yeah.
You
it's kind of funny. The fact that somewhat came close to maybe being right.
That was scary.
In that game, it's
you said Frommer would go 6 innings pitched with 5+ strikeouts. Didn't get either. Twins scored 6 in the first inning.
Yeah.
Never could have imagined that, but
Not quite.
the Twins took offense to us talking about how bad their hitting has been against lefties. So they're like, all right, Tarek Skubal, Framber Valdez, the best lefty 1-2 punch in the MLB. We're going to take him to town.
Which I saw a report. I never like fact checked it, but it makes sense because it wasn't whoever posted it. I didn't like see the verification mark by their name, but they said AJ Hinch and the Tigers are going to plan on separating, or Skubal and Valdez aren't back to back, right? Because for
Not two
teams
lefties in a row.
to have a back to back lefty matchup like back to back looks. So I'll be curious if they do like a 1 game gap or like 2 game gap and kind of break them up. But yeah, I was a little wrong with that Valdez prediction. A good time to be wrong, so we'll take it. Maybe at this point, I just pick every team's opposing top hitter, or whatever. Say they'll do good, and then they'll just not do well.
Yeah.
And it'll be the Twins' benefit.
Yep. Now, just a brief overview. Game 1 on Monday, Joe Ryan, nice game. It's a Joe Ryan game. 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. But either way, it was just great baseball the entire series. Twins, again, are 4th in the MLB in walks. I don't remember the last time that's been a thing. And this Twin in the Rocco Baldelli era, that has not been a thing ever. Getting walks and getting guys in scoring position because of it. Yeah. And so really good and clean baseball right now. And honestly, we probably didn't talk about enough what Derek Shelton would bring rather than having Rocco back for another year, because the whole dynamic at the plate has completely shifted here. I mean, you have Victor Caratini and Josh Bell are hitting .330 because they're just poking the ball in the outfield, getting RBIs, getting guys into scoring position. Almost every single game here, Caratini and Bell have been the best at it. That game on Monday, Keishel hit his first home run of the year. And then, I will say, so Tarek Skubal was pretty dominant through 4 innings. I don't think the Twins had a hit through the first 4 innings in game 2. And then they exploded in the 4th for 4 runs, totaling 8 hits against Skubal. But he also, he was good, though. He was good for the most part. But you know who was better? Taj Bradley. Enough said about Taj. You cannot say enough good things about him. His velocity goes up in starts. I guess you could say he has a little bit of a hard time putting batters away, and sometimes because the good thing, though, is he's getting ahead in counts almost every single batter. He throws strikes right away, but sometimes in those first 2 starts had a little bit of troubles putting him away, but 10 strikeouts for him against the Tigers. Really good lineup, and the bullpen was good in game 2 also. But game 3 shelled Framber for 6 runs in the first. I'm surprised Framber even went 5 innings, but the Twins were just hitting the ball right off of him. What?
Sorry, I got distracted. I'm listening. On Yahoo, apparently is this mean for you or not?
Do you not know who that is?
There's no way this is a real player.
Yeah, the Wild just signed him today out of UConn to a 1-year rookie deal.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, just like they signed Charlie. Yes. Yeah.
I thought my app was bugging because of like Vikings' favorite team, and then I saw Gustafson.
No.
And then I'm like, well, he's Gustafson's not a defenseman. But then the Nyberg thing I couldn't figure out, so that is legit. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, born September 2003. Sorry, I was looking I was seeing the Wild lineup for today.
I gotcha.
But anyways, keep going with the Twins.
Game 3. One positive thing is Bailey Ober goes 100 pitches. Well, I think it was 99, but into the 6th inning. And it was really great seeing him have a good game. Only 5 hits, 2 earned runs, better than his opening day start. So, then the bullpen was pretty good, except Anthony Bonda let up the 4 runs, where the Tigers really started to threaten again. They scored those. It was 4 in the 6th there, or 7th, 2 in the 6th, and then 4 in the 7th. They really started getting guys on base and converting there, but Twins held on by Eric Orsi, Cole Sands. Good job. And then today, Josh Bell hit his 3rd homer of the year, and Josh Bell went 3 for 4. But my favorite thing from today, Mick Abel's best start as a Twin.
Which?
this year. But
I'm glad that Morneau, regarding the start, I'm glad Morneau kind of touched on it, right? So in his 2 appearances, first game out of the bullpen, piggybacking Ober, right? That's just not his normal routine. If I remember correctly, weather wasn't terrible that game, but it was still cold.
It was
If
like
I'm not
40
mistaken.
degrees in Baltimore.
But the main part, right, coming out of the bullpen, really piggybacking Ober, just a weird scenario. It's hard to know. It's kind or not hard. It's kind of easy to dismiss that, right? Just kind of move on.
Yeah.
Other game was snow weather, wasn't it? It was crappy weather, snow or like
it was
cold
here
rain
against the Rays. Yeah, it was the coldest game of the year so far,
that's
except
what it was.
opening day.
Yep, and then cold weather, and so today, cool, but kind of your typical April weather.
It was the middle of the day, 45, 50 degrees and sunny.
Right,
that's perfect.
And, so I was gonna say, this time of year you'll take it, and then of course it's Shockey, like comfortable and did his thing that we
he looked so
excited to
comfortable.
see for hopefully many years to come.
Yeah, I mean 6 innings pitched today, 4 hits, 3 walks, which I think 1 or 2 of those was ABS. It was right on the fringe, but 6 strikeouts for him, 102 pitches. Again, Derek Shelton is letting these guys have quite a long leash. But the biggest thing, didn't let up any runs. First 2 innings, he had 2 guys on base with a hit and a walk in both innings.
I'll quickly touch on what you said with I think Derek Shelton's kind of got no choice, right? With the bullpen kind of question marks, right? If your starters can consistently or for the most part go right around 6 innings, maybe even 7 if you're like Taj or Ryan, that'll be so key. And we're just saving your bullpen in general, right? The longer you go in the year and just keeping them healthy or as much as you can before injuries do happen. And yeah, I mean, it's if your starters are rolling and can get through most of the lineup without getting to the third time through the lineup too early in the game. Like if you don't see the third time through till that 6th or 7th inning, I mean, it's kind of no reason not to. Rocco Baldelli era of pulling pitchers 4 or 5 innings is hopefully in the past, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of the biggest thing that I took away from this game is in no world do you say that Mick Abel and then Garrett Acton, who has played 6 games in the major leagues, and then Eric Orzi's been really good to start the year. Nothing against Acton or Orzi, but in no world do I say the Twins win this game if Garrett Acton is pitching 2 innings. That's the biggest thing. With Mick Abel being able to go the 6 innings, you just saved Rogers, Bonda, everyone for this series against Toronto, and none of them had to pitch today because these guys were already gassed. Every game when they start pulling in the bullpen pitchers, they show the graphic on Twins TV of like the bullpen usage, and it was all in the red for like mostly everyone except Orzi. But Garrett Acton, his first appearance as a Twin, really good. Let up 1 hit. He did let up that 1 earned run, but 2 strikeouts, got the pitches where he wanted, got some ground balls. Very good. And then Eric Orzi, like I said, he's been really good this year so far. Came in the 9th and got the save there. So very good job from Mick Abel, and that's a step in the right direction right there. So it's very good to see there. Now,
go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna get to our Blue Jays predictions now.
Yep.
Unless you have anything else about the series.
Well, no, I was just gonna say now it'll kind of be fun transitioning to Toronto, which I know. I don't know so much about the NL, but I know Toronto, right, being in the World Series, Seattle game away from the World Series, each are kind of off to slow starts, very, very early in the year. So we'll see if these 2 teams turn around, which probably most likely will. But it'll be fun watching the Blue Jay series, the Varland connection, and another good team. So we'll see if we can keep rolling. Like another lefty pitcher against Corbin. So and Lowry, I guess it's another back-to-back in lefties actually.
Is it really?
Jays. Yeah, because
these are also super injury rattled too. I'm trying to look up the injury report, but Trey Savage, he's on there. Anthony Santander is on there. I'm trying to look up their injury report right now because they showed it on the broadcast today, and now I can't.
I wonder if you can.
Where do I even go for that?
When I'm looking at injuries, I go on Yahoo, click roster. Of course.
Yeah, but I tried that. It doesn't do that.
At least it works for NBA and hockey.
Blue Jays. I know. That's what I always look at for Yahoo for our other games.
Yeah. All right.
All right. I got ESPN. So, this was the big one too. Addison Barger, their third base outfield. He's out. Cody Ponce is out for him. Alejandro Kirk is out. Jose Barrios is out. Trey Yasavich, Anthony Santander. On March 30th, Shane Bieber got put on the 15-day IL. They are already plastered injuries.
Yeah.
Start the year here.
Fire through them one more time. So Yasavich.
Yeah, Yasavich. Jose Barrios has that elbow, which I think he'll probably.
He hasn't even came back yet, right? Because he's been out for. Going back to last year.
Alejandro Kirk, one of the best catchers in the league.
Didn't he break his thumb or dislocation? Yeah.
Left thumb. And then Cody Ponce, another starting pitcher for them. Torn right ACL for him.
Oh.
And then Addison Barger might only miss the minimum 10 days on the injured list, but that was the day that he got injured. So he'll be out. Anthony Santander is on the 60-day IL for a shoulder injury. Shane Bieber is still going to be on the 15-day IL, but he is coming back with his elbow injury. He's going to be throwing on Saturday off of a mound. Holy moly!
That's a lot of people. Holy smokes, for like 3 weeks in.
Well, and not to mention, they did just have a series against the Dodgers where they got killed. I think I saw the Dodgers beat them 14-2. I'm pretty sure. Either way, starting pitching matchups. Trevor already kind of said the Blue Jays ones, but it's Simeon, Woods, Richardson on the mound tomorrow, coming off of 2 good starts to start the year for Sim. And Simeon, if I were to go to his baseball reference report, I'm pretty sure he has shoved against the Blue Jays in his career so far. I'd have to fact check that, but
he's got that the motivation too.
Yeah, that's where he's traded from.
Yeah.
Joe Ryan versus Eric Lauer, right? Lauer.
I think it's Lauer.
Yeah,
Lauer. I think it's Lauer.
But yeah, Joe and then good old Taj Bradley on Sunday against the Blue Jays at 12:37 against Max Scherzer.
Not 12:05, not 12:10, 12:37. All right, people.
Yeah. Now this is actually a series where I don't know. I feel confident going into it. These pitching matchups are very favorable for the Twins, but this is going to be the series that they get swept now, and they let us down again. But either way, like I said, the Blue Jays lineup is completely, and pitching staff is completely plastered with the injuries, and it'll be tough for them to really get going here. I did see the Rockies are 6-6. Just a little snippet in there. I just needed to mention that.
And then, of course, they're going to lose that the next game, and then their record will be what that is.
Yes, it will be.
Being 6-6. That's crazy. High expectations, I guess, for the Rockies.
Well, I did see the Rockies bullpen has one of the best ERAs in the league so far this year. Their bullpen is actually really sneaky, but yeah, for now.
Do you think, I guess, if you say that real quick, not to get too carried away, how much of that is just kind of short sample size, or do you think?
Well, 2 of their guys were in the WBC in the bullpen, so they have 2 guys for sure. Juan Mejia, he was in the World Baseball Classic, and then I'm pretty sure this Brennan Bernardino, I think, or Bernardino, I'm forgetting, but they have some interesting guys for sure. But either way, no, it probably won't hold up really at all. Jaden Hill, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not.
I'm looking at the roster real quick.
No clue, but as I'm talking here, I just know that one of them, the Mejia dude, was in. I'm pretty sure he was on Venezuela.
Bernardino.
Yeah.
Right? Is that who you're talking about, Bernardino? Wasn't he in Cleveland?
I forget. Let's get to our predictions.
Boston.
You can keep looking
Never
at
mind.
that or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I said, people, what we do, we predict the series. This is a 3-game series against the Jays. And then off of that, we predict, well, we choose, Trevor and I both choose one game that we choose who the winner is, the score prediction, and a player prediction for that game. So for the series as a whole, I got the Twins winning the series 2-1. Okay. Loving the baseball they're playing right now. It's as simple as that for me. The type of baseball the Twins are playing, it's winning baseball. And okay. Now this is the difficult part we always find ourselves in when we're predicting our series. What game do we choose to predict?
I know that's what I'm trying to figure out
That's
right
the
now.
difficult one. Do I stick on the Taj Bradley train because he's off to a Cy Young caliber start? Or do I go with Or Reliable Sim or Joe Ryan? You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna flip this around real quick. I'm gonna predict game one. Game one, Patrick Corbin. Another lefty. Trevor Larnach is off to a super slow start to the year just because he can't play at all in any of these games. Patrick Corbin will not go past 4.1 innings. I'm going to say that. Patrick Corbin will not go past.
Clarify. If he
4.1
goes,
innings.
so he gets the one out in the 5th, but he gets pulled.
Yeah, that's it.
If this happens. So that's the max he could go, or you're saying
that's
if
the
he
max.
gets it out in the 5th, that's like, and he, like if, yeah. So you're saying if he gets one out in the 5th and he gets pulled, that would still be considered, right? Correct.
4.1 innings pitched or lower.
Or less.
There.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
As for the winner of the game, Twins win game one here. Go on a 5-game winning streak. Twins win game one. Or wait, I already said game one. Twins win. What's the score going to be? Simeon Woods Richardson on the mound. I'm going to go Twins win 5-2. Twins win 5-2. Corbin will go 4.1 innings pitched or lower. All right, Trev.
All right.
What does the series look like?
Quickly, I'm trying to piece that together. So I was winning game 2, the Joe Ryan game. Now I'm just opinion how I feel about Friday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Has Corbin not pitched this year? Guess not.
I don't think so. I think this is his first start. I think he just didn't play because of these injuries. He's been brought up now.
He's been like a depth guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Corbin wasn't good last year, was he?
Well, actually, his second to last start was September 23rd against Minnesota here. Only went 3.2 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts for him.
Oh, wow. Corbin has not been good since 2019.
No, I know. He's been horrible. Like,
okay. I knew he wasn't good by any means because obviously he's a depth piece. I guess I didn't realize he's kind of fallen off like that. And of course,
he's been bad.
Yeah, but then again, that was Washington too, which is part of it. All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go win-win. So at least 2 wins. How do I feel about? Oh my God! It doesn't.
Does Trevor
seem right.
go the series sweep? Doesn't seem right predicting a series sweep.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right. And then to go on a 7-game winning streak, it's just
I'm not
good to be true. It's not like it can't.
This
happen.
Is the series to do
too
it.
Good to be true. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But I just feel like one game is gonna.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 2-1.
Okay, Twins win series 2-1. I was very tempted to go the series sweep though, because these pitching matchups are way too favorable in our way.
Well, yeah, because it's Woods Richardson against Depth Corbin. First start
of the year. Yeah.
First Lauer.
And let's not forget that's 2 lefties, and we just saw what the Twins did to 2 lefties and two of the. Now I will say I did think of this. These 2 guys, Lauer and Corbin, are very low velocity guys. That shouldn't matter much, but the Twins are coming off of the 2 lefties. That Tarek, he's averaging 98 on his fastball, and then Frommer 96, 97 on his sinker. So it's like that could make a little bit of a switch, but either way, then Taj and Scherzer on Sunday. So yeah. All right, sorry to cut you off.
Then I'm gonna go. No, you're good.
Game 2.
Yeah, and then even Sunday, Bradley, then against
Yeah.
Scherzer. Scherzer, I think Game 3 is kind of roughly in my head. That's what I'm saying. Us probably losing. I think we'll win the first 2, Simeon and Ryan, and then the man picking us to lose against Taj. I'm gonna say it anyway. So I'm gonna have Taj Bradley.
Oh, you're predicting Game 3.
Going
Okay.
with at least 7 strikeouts.
Taj
7 or more.
plus strikeouts.
7's the minimum. 7 or more, and then I will go with score prediction. That's the game I'll have a slew. Yeah. So I say we'll lose like 3-1.
All right. And then Taj 7 plus strikeouts. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. That works. All right. Perfect. There's our Twins predictions for the series against Toronto starting tomorrow in Toronto. And then I'm back at Target Field on Monday, right, against the Red Sox.
Yeah, and the Red Sox are 4-8. So this is like really tricky. It's like you don't want to get too ahead of yourself.
They do have Crochet on Monday. So let's not talk about it too much. And then Crochet and then Sonny Gray. So
really?
Yeah. And then Connor early too, or Connolly early. And he's a young kid, but a lot of talent there. Either way, Boston's gonna bring.
I might want to go to that Sonny Gray game, depending on who we have pitching.
Well, Sonny Gray, it'll be McAble.
Or I guess yes, it wouldn't be that. Yeah. I guess
it'll be Abel.
Yeah.
Either way, there's our Twins predictions, and now talking tonight, the Minnesota Wild's biggest game of the year easily, and biggest regular season game in ever since I can remember. I mean, Trevor talked about the game to clinch the playoffs last year against Anaheim, but Anaheim.
Calgary.
No, it was Anaheim. We always end the year on Anaheim. It was Anaheim. Right. Either way, you punch your ticket, but this is for home ice in a Game 7 and one of the biggest series in the playoffs. We already know we're playing Dallas in the playoffs, so this is going to be quite a big preview for what we have in a 7-game series, and I can't wait. I'm going to buy ESPN Plus and cancel it tomorrow morning. I think that's what a lot of people are going to do.
Well,
I think I've used the
should be.
Have you done it?
Okay.
I think I have. Maybe not. I hope not. But we'll see. Either way, lines for tonight. It's kind of the same thing as it has been. Kirill Hartman, Zuccarello, Mojo, Eck, and Boldy, the deadly line who just scored 3 goals against or whoever we played last game. I forget. And then Vlad, Tarasenko, Urov, and Trennan on the third line. Okay, so Trennan gets bumped up. Bobby Brink is scratched from tonight. I didn't know that. Yeah. And then the fourth line, the Foligno brothers with McCarron in the middle. Those 3 are going to cause a lot of stuff, a lot of issues for the Stars tonight. And then the defensive pairings are the same. The 2 Olympians, Hughes and Faber, and Brodin and Spurgeon, the vets, and then Middleton and Petrie, with Bogosian still working back from an injury. Gustafson in net. Here we go, people. It is playoff time in Minnesota hockey, the state of hockey. I'm way too excited. What's a key to winning this game tonight, in your opinion?
Score more goals.
Good, very good.
Keep it simple. Well, we are the healthier team, I guess, with you bringing that up. We're going to talk injuries real quick, and then I'll kind of get to the preview. Yep. So they are missing Roope Hintz, just their biggest name for sure out of the 5 that are out. So Roope Hintz out is a big deal. Sam Steele, Nathan Bastian, Michael Bunting. And then I'm not familiar with this last guy, Nils
Lundqvist, right?
Lundqvist has
Lundqvist.
a K in there.
Yeah.
But anyways, mostly no Roope Hintz is a massive loss, and then kind of more in-depth guys with Steele, Bastian, and Bunting. So they got a couple guys out. And then isn't Sagan, right? He tore his ACL. I don't think he's even played this year, or he's been out most of this year too, which I don't think I even got to him.
I think so. Yep. But now they did just get back Rantanen like a week ago, and he's kind of helped with that win against Calgary. And but they are a lot less or a lot more injured than we are going in. Some of these guys should be back before the playoffs for them. Hints. I think Sam Steele should be. I don't know a lot about the Bastion or Lundqvist or Bunting, but
Yeah.
either way for tonight, what's a goal? What can the Wild do to win the game tonight? What's the biggest key?
I guess I should have really looked at this while I was looking at injuries. I'm just quickly looking at Dallas's last couple games.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 3 goals, no goals. It's Colorado, and then 4 goals. I think if you can win, I think if the Wild can get 4 goals, you win.
Okay.
Get 2-4 and you're in. Obviously, I mean, this is all basic stuff. Dallas is what's killed us in that playoff series. So it's keeping it 5-on-5, stay disciplined. And then if we do get on the power play, you got to make them pay too. I mean,
now
that's kind of basic.
One thing I say I'm kind of worried about for tonight is the Wild trying to maybe assert their dominance a little bit too much. I've seen many times with these players that are on the team, the Foligno, the McCarron, or any big hitters, Yakov Trenin, but even some guys below them who should be focused more on their offensive game. What I'm worried about tonight is I want to assert our dominance and make sure we're going to be the more aggressive team in general. We're going to be hitting, we're going to be forechecking hard, and we're going to be hitting against the glass and getting up there and getting every loose puck. That's what I want, but don't let that go away from your objective and staying in the Wild when they are clear and just good offensively, moving the puck around, finding shots towards the net. That's when the Wild are best, and you cannot get away from that. So be aggressive on the forecheck, get to every loose puck, but don't let it affect your smoothness that the offense is for the Wild all the time.
Yeah.
I think that would be my biggest thing, and I'm very worried about it because the Wild against Vegas in the playoffs and the couple games they lost, it was more way too being aggressive, letting up easy chances for the opposing team. And I've seen a lot. I'm worried about it for tonight. I hope they can just stay in rhythm is basically what I'm going to say. And I think if they do that, they'll have a very good chance tonight. But I mean, you can't go without talking about this game. Then just like the Stars are planning for us, you have to be able to stop that first line for Dallas. That first line between, I mean, I guess with Hints out, is it going to be, well, probably Wyatt Johnston, the first line. So I don't know how their lines stack up, but I'm assuming it's Rantanen and then Robertson and Johnston, right, on the first line for the two forwards.
Right. For sure, the first two, and then, I would think.
So, yeah, I mean, all 3 of those guys are some of the best in the league, Johnston, Robertson, and Rantanen. So just like they're saying against us, if you could stop the Kirill, Zuccarello, Hartman line, but then again, the Wild kind of have that 1A, 1B thing now because the second line for us is just as dangerous. And that's one thing I think we have over the Stars 100%. And not to mention the Wild have a Quinn Hughes that runs that first power play unit and that first and just any high scoring chances. Quinn Hughes is up top running it. So I think like maybe it's a hot take for people because people are just on Dallas all the time. Maybe it's a hot take. I think this roster, the Wild's roster, is better than Dallas's is. Going down the list defensively
for like
and the
depth,
forwards. Yeah, I think the Wild are deeper.
Well, and you can maybe even argue, and then even if you, it's very much more even. I don't know. I guess I'm just
for
trying
the
to
Avs,
think, like it's
or what?
Like I just for like us in Dallas, like if you go star for star, so like it's Kaprizov first, Rantanen, you've got and then Boldy, Rantanen, Robertson. Defense, we get the slight edge with Hughes over. Oh my gosh, why am I drawing a complete blank?
Arlie, Lindell, and Heiskanen.
Heiskanen, Ottinger, Gustafson. So that's all pretty even. But I think when you go more depth, partially due to the injuries that Dallas has, so thankfully we're doing pretty solid on knock on wood. But yeah, another thing too, is Dallas is obviously always shooting a ton. Like we'll have a ton of shots on goal.
Oh yeah.
If you can limit them to where it's not high danger. How many times have we seen Wallstead or Gustafson? Gustafson obviously starting tonight, but where high shot volume, but if it's nothing too high danger, I'm not too worried about the shots on net as long as you can limit their high
Limit the
scoring
loose
chances.
puck and just limit it.
Stay
getting towards the
disciplined,
net. Yeah.
good communication. I really do think most of this game we'll see if it opens up with who gets the first goal and whatnot. But I think it's just going to be that each team is just going to be not only too passive, but just so cautious. Of any 50-50 puck, I think each team will play it safe. Let your goaltenders kind of ride the wave in, and then I think whatever team can get 1 or 2 dirty goals, that's might be was all it takes, and then maybe each team gets like a power play goal. I see this goal. Yeah, I mean, when we get to the predictions, maybe something like 3-2 or something.
Let's just get to it now. Let's get to it. Trevor, do you want to go first?
I'll let you go. I'm just debating
Okay.
2 people here.
Yep. All right. Here's my thought process here. I kind of told you guys I'm a little bit worried. The one thing Dallas definitely has over the Wild is Dallas is definitely more experienced in big games in the playoffs, and they have, well, I'd say just more veterans in general. Well, I guess now it kind of evens out with the Wild trade deadline. They got Foligno, they got Petrie, they got McCarron, and they got a few bigger pieces there. But overall, Dallas has a lot more playoff experience, a lot more experience in big games like this. And like I said, I was kind of worried about the Wild being a little bit too over aggressive here. And for my prediction, I got the Wild losing tonight. Don't trash on me, people. Biggest game of the year. But I just can't see us winning the season series. Also, Wild are up in the season series 2-1 here. I feel like it's just destined to tie, and then we're going to be tied 3-3 in the playoffs. Go to a game 7.
Yeah,
I think it's just going to be like that. I mean, these two teams are so even. Wild lose tonight 3-2 was my prediction here. And for my player prediction, the Wild will have 4+ penalties tonight. Kind of going with my thing about maybe being a little bit too over aggressive tonight. I think they're gonna try to kind of assert themselves into Dallas's brains and try to live rent free throughout the entire game of Ottinger and not play scrummy and like dirty. But I think the Wild are gonna. I have a feeling it will be. It won't look like the same Wild team we've been watching play in the last week or two. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Either way, this is why we have this regular season game now. Get all the crap out today, and then in a week and a half, we can bring it to them with the good offensive play. So, Trevor, your turn.
I'm going to defer till the second half. No,
all right.
All right,
Commercial break.
Here we go. Yeah, I was leaning towards the Wild losing 2, but just to add a little bit more to this excitement of the game, I'm going to basically mirror what you did, but flip it.
Okay.
So Wild win 3-2.
Hey.
Those are my predictions that I think this could be an overtime winning game.
Okay.
For either of us. And then for prediction, I have both Kaprizov and Boldy with
your prediction.
Huh?
The overtime. That's not your prediction.
No.
Okay.
No, I was just saying in general. Like, plus each, I think it's. I mean, I still think the Wild lead the league in most overtime games. Anyways.
No, the Kings do.
Did that change?
We're second. Yeah.
Kaprizov and Boldy each secure a point.
Okay. So they lead the charge tonight.
Yeah.
That could be very likely. Yeah. That's very
just with
likely
that first second line matchup. Obviously, we'll see what happens with the power play. I guess they could maybe get both on a power play goal. Yeah. Even Hartman.
There we go, people.
Hartman can have a very sneaky good game. That could be like
Hartman has been amazing lately.
And if he can get like someone or a couple players right, just ticked off.
Yeah.
Just doing it typical. Do it the smart way. Don't pick up any penalties doing it, but just be your typical heartsy, which we all love here.
Now, don't become the bad side of Hartman, which we all don't like, where you're slashing a dude on his hands and for no dire reason. Either way, though, I do have to clarify, people. everything going into tonight, Dallas is still 2 points up on the Wild right now, which was really unfortunate because Dallas played Calgary 2 nights ago, and Calgary had a 3-1 lead in the third period. They blew it. Dallas ended up winning in overtime, so they're still at 102 points. The Wild are at Dallas is at 104, Wild are at 102. And so basically, we only get that second seed if we win in regulation. If the Wild were to win in overtime, Dallas would still get a point. They'd still be 1 point ahead of us in the standings.
Yeah, which is
so basically, we need to win in regulation tonight.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing, which it sucks because, I mean, the chances are okay with it. It's like it's never a good chance to go to overtime in any game. Anything can happen. But just with these teams, it just seems like another overtime game. That's just what it feels like. Either way, so we have to win in regulation to get back up there, and then I guess we could go over. Each team has 3 games after this. The Stars, so it's not all hopes lost. I mean, the Stars have been playing very bad hockey for the past month. Very bad hockey. The Stars have the Rangers, Toronto, and then Buffalo, who Buffalo's a cup contender this year. So that's a really tough game to end the year. The Wild, on the other hand, we've talked about a lot. They got 3 very winnable games after that. Nashville, the Blues, which the Blues have been red hot in the last month, but the roster doesn't compare. Each one of those is winnable games. Then Anaheim, they're having a great year. I think the Wild could beat Anaheim on any given night. And to prove it in a playoff series, I think the Wild win that in 5 games. Maybe even sweep them. I really think so. Either way, very winnable games. And again, like Dallas, the Rangers, and the other game they have against the Maple Leafs, both of those teams have been bad this year, but the rosters for the Rangers and Maple Leafs are they're better than the Blues and Nashville. So it's weird, but not all hope's lost if the Wild lose tonight. Well, I guess if the Wild lose outright tonight in regulation, 4 points behind, I think we could call it quits after that. You'd need Dallas to lose out. You'd need to win out. Chances of that are very low. So tonight, it's for everything. ESPN Plus subscription people, good job for having that. We're going to have to buy it tonight, but Trevor's probably not going to. I have to. I don't have anything else to do tonight.
Like I said, it's trial or YouTube highlights, unless I can quickly call around and be that useful, not me being useful, but see if someone want to do me a solid and that good old share the password, share the account.
Yep.
Sharing
hey, maybe I can if there's a duo well, I mean, if I buy it, then couldn't I share it with you? Is that how that works? Or
that's true. Because
we'll see it. We'll see tonight.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Hopefully. We will report tomorrow if Trevor got to watch the game fully.
Yeah, we will.
Or Trevor's going to go into the episode tomorrow what happened? I didn't watch any YouTube highlights or anything.
Not at my phone for the entire. Have notifications off.
Yes, do that, and then tomorrow's episode, I will either start the show off with a Wild goal horn, or it'll just be completely silent. So that's what you'll hear.
Where the game has been canceled due to
weather.
Rudy Gobert and touching microphones.
Oh, jeez. All right, people. That's what we got. Biggest game of the year. Wild Dallas tonight. Everyone enjoy, and make sure you guys go follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. We appreciate the support. Always do. Go do that, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow for a post game of this amazing game tonight. See you.